Good morning, YouTube. This is Aaron with N.A.S. Garage. Let's get started today, huh?
Not what I expected, honestly, not at all.
So yeah, essentially, yesterday I got all this done. I needed to get these bearings. I need to find some bearings for this. Either for here, or for this, or for this. I need bearings. One of these parts, one of these sizes, there's 3 different sizes here. So if I can get a bearing in one of those 3 different sizes, I'd be really happy. Hopefully I can get it out of that thing out over there, that PTO thing. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so on this shaft here, I gotta just take a little bit out of this so I can get a bearing on here. Once I do that, after I get the bearing on, I may have to figure something else out on the a spacer that's gonna have to go through here all the way around to slide through that shaft again. But we'll see how that works. But to get this off, all we have to do is pinch this here and then flip this up. So it takes 2 hands to do that. You can see, just like that. So if you do it right and you squeeze it just right, it'll pop off by itself. You don't even have to do much. But now I can reuse this clip again. So very careful not to mess that up. And there you go. Now this housing here, I can put this in the lathe and I can lathe that down. I'm going to be real careful not to let this fall sideways and all that nastiness come oozing out. Alright, so I've taken the other CV axle apart. It's over here. I've taken this top piece off. What I need to do now, what I do is I'll take a glove and I'll shove a glove around it, and I'll just tape it up so that no metal gets in here while I'm doing any lathe work on here, because you don't want any metal to be inside of this after you're done. And you know, you got moving parts in there, it's just going to grind and just blow these out. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the lathe, and we'll lathe it down so I can get a bearing to fit on here. So I got to get this bearing to fit. So essentially I just need to lathe it down just a little bit, just so I can get this bearing to fit all the way up to this point here. Once it gets up to that point there, I got to make another collar to fit here so that this will still go inside of that tube I made for the rear end. I'll have to build a collar for that and put that in. Yep. And once I figure all that out, I'm going to lathe down a piece of solid steel, so I have some, and I'll shove that inside the tube just to reinforce everything, make sure everything's nice and strong. Drill the holes through here. Hopefully that's enough to hold it. We'll see. I'm really hoping here, but I'm thinking everything should work pretty good. So yeah, let's get to it. All right. So after hours of work and hours on the lathe, turning down different size pipes and everything, we have a functional independent rear suspension, or not suspension but rear end. CV axle to the bearing to a this would be the sprocket, brake, another bearing to another CV axle. Awesome. And as you see, everything was lathed straight here. Everything was lathed straight here, so all that should be relatively straight. There might be a little wobble from this because I noticed when this wasn't perfectly square after it cooled, but whatever, it'll be fine. Yeah, so now I have to build a frame, connect that frame, and put the hubs on, build those the way I want, and yeah, we'll be good to go. We'll have this back end ready and should have a roller that can be connected to this. Just have to gotta get this. I gotta find a coil. I think I'm gonna take these two coils off and rebuild them. See if that helps. See if they'll work. Hopefully that will. So yeah. All right, let's get at it. All right, so for building this bearing housing, this one here, I'm just going to cut a little notch out of it so it can be on, you know, go down here. I'll flip this upside down, I'll figure out where center is, I'll drill the holes for it, it'll be good. The axle will be sticking out here, pretty close to the top, which is fine, because the sprockets should still clear. And if so, if not, I'll do it this way. But I kind of can't have to, it kind of has to be this way. Yeah. Alright, so do it that way. So there's that. This bolt right up to the top. And then for this bearing on this side, because this bearing has to have an 1/8 inch piece of steel between it in order for it to work properly. Because that's how it is over here. There's an 1/8 inch piece of steel between it. So I'm going to have to cut a piece out of one of these, big enough for this bearing housing. Cut a piece of steel like so, weld it in, and then notch it out, and put it in. Make sense? Good. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, so I got the bearings mounted into some metal here. See, there's that bearing mounted in here. And then we have that bearing mounted in there on that one with some spacers up there on the top, just so it's level. Still not exactly 100% level, but this is just a rough fitment right now. I may have to take one of those out of that side to lower it down a bit. We'll see. So yeah, but we got it up and in, and bearings are mounted, and plates are made. So now from here, all we have to do is start building down, build our box down, and build our 4-link. Yeah. Let's get to it. Should be fun. Alright, so we got this housing all done up. We made these are for the 4 links. So the links will go in here, get a bolt through them, and hopefully that will do the trick. If everything was done straight, possibly. So, yeah, it should be good. The 4 links will go inside of here, and they'll be able to move up and down. I mean, if I have to, I'll notch for whatever I need to, but I think it should be good. Now, all I need to do is build the 4 links to connect in this one, and then essentially build connector links like this, only I'll just make full U's. Maybe out pieces of this and then weld a piece on each side of it, to make them as big as I need them. Then weld them here, not on this like this. This has to get turned this way so it can mount up. Yeah, so alright, let's get at it. Alright, so that's going to be all for today. I'm Aaron. This has been N.A.S. Garage, and like I always say, keep on creating.